What is my take on online groups? Hi, I'm Louise from OTGrow. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Here we talk tips, tools, and techniques, and today my thoughts around various topics regarding group therapy. So today's topic is what is my take on online groups? So I want to be very clear, crystal clear, around my take on in-person groups. To me, first prize ideal is always in-person groups. I believe that in-person groups, we just get so much more mileage and people can, if it's appropriate, hug each other. People can mill around the room before they actually start the group and mill around afterwards. And so there's more opportunity for people to connect. We're not stuck with signal that drops and interruptions and problems of electronic devices. We're not confronted with that in an in-person setting. You also can feel certain things much more tangibly from other people and from yourself. I think the gut instinct is just so much more perceptive in person than online. So my take is, if you can do it in person, always choose in person. But I'm also not blind to the fact that a lot of people cannot access in person because of where they are stationed, because of time, because of a whole lot of different factors. I mean, we know we have people living in rural areas in the Eastern Cape, in the Northern Cape, far off places in Limpopo, even in Mpumalanga, where they have to drive literally hours just to come to the possibility of an in-person group and then drive hours back again. And so it's not feasible. People can't drive 3-4 hours and be in a group for 2 hours and then drive back in that time. And so a lot of people don't have access to any form of mental health support. And in those cases, I say, second best, definitely. Let's go for online groups. I do think, and I'm often surprised by what we can achieve in online groups. Again, I want to say first prize is in person, second prize, and if people aren't able to access anything else, then online groups is certainly option. I do want to say that it is really important to sometimes not think, am I just quickly going to online because it's more convenient? And to ask yourself if that's true or not. And also, I think another serious consideration is what some people call a hybrid. So, in other words, we'll do one group in person and one online, and we will shuffle between the two. I would prefer to choose one. Either go then for the in-person and stick with in-person, or go for online and stick to online, because the dynamics changes. I think the last comment I want to make is we know with all these electronic devices how much time people spend on electronic devices. And in my own experience, I've seen people fatigue easier when they are online. And so, again, it is a second best, and we're always going to try for in person first. So, is there space for online groups? Absolutely. If there is no other option for your clients, absolutely make a plan and try and see if you can present online groups. But make sure that it doesn't become the lazy or the easy option instead of in person. And the cheaper option, because now I don't have to rent a venue. So just to keep those questions in mind. So the challenge for this coming week is there a platform that you can enter online to offer people services that they are not able to do otherwise? If you're already online, is there an option to move into in-person? Something to consider. And in the meantime, happy facilitation.